this is Amy. Thanks so much for stopping by my channel today. I am going to show you how to paint a really cute yellow and purple floral design on this candle. Now this is just a small pillar candle, and I just happened to find it yesterday when I was cleaning out my workspace and thought, I've been wanting to paint on more candles, and oh my gosh, here's a new candle I can paint on. I am going to be using 3 different flat brushes. 2 are number 12s and 1 is a number 10, all plaid one-stroke brushes, and then a number 1 liner, which is also a plaid one-stroke brush. Once again, my number 6 Deerfoot Stippler, and then my dotting stylus. Paints I'm using are Wicker White. This one is Red Violet, Lavender, Moon Yellow, Thicket, Fresh Foliage, and then Pale Yellow. It's a combination of enamels and multi-surface paints. All of these are folk art paints. Alright, so let's go ahead and get started. The first thing I'm going to do is start with the yellow flowers. Now my space is really small, so it won't be near what I'm doing on my sample paper, but I'm going to try to get my paint in here so you can see. A lot of people like to see how you're loading your brush, and basically I'm just tipping, and you can go into the side that you want more color of, or you can do the tipping side to side and then the blending strokes. I like to add a little bit of this moon yellow in, so I'm just stroking my brush, making sure I get enough paint on it, because with candles there's a slippery surface too. Very easy stroke, and basically it's just going to be, I'm pushing, I'm going to come down and pull back up, so I have a little bit of a wave. So you're going to go like this, have a little bit of a wave, and then come back up. And then you just keep making them. Doesn't matter how many petals you end up with. It can be 4 or 5. Whatever you can fit in depending on the size of the project that you're doing. Here it goes. And you can leave a space in the center if you wish, or you can have the center full, like I'm doing pretty much here. There's really no opening, because I'm going to tap in a center, so it doesn't really matter. Now, because the space that I'm doing is small, I'm trying just to put this design on the front of the candle, but I might have to actually get around the candle a little bit to get in what I need to get in here. I just was excited to get to paint on a candle again. Isn't that silly? And then you can come back here and just kind of fold the flower up if you wish. I hope I'm getting this on here. Now I've got my plate here, my painted plate, and then I'm going to come over here and do another one. And I am going to try to get it into this yellow flower here. Go like that. They don't have to all be open. They can layer each other, which is great if they do. And you can even put them like I just did, where it looks like they're kind of behind. That's fine too. And you can leave it like that, which I think I'm going to. That was a little brighter than I wanted. Now if you feel like that's kind of, you wanted this one over, you can go back over it. See, very easy. Alright, so I'm going to take the next brush, because I do want to get a few of the purple flowers in here. Again, this is such a small surface that it's going to be harder than what I had done on my paper. Alright, so I'm basically with the lavender and the red violet, I'm double loading them. I can also tip into the white a little bit if I wish. And then try to do them as smally as I can. I don't know if that's a word, but try to just get them in here. So I have a little bit of the purple flowing in here, because I know when I pull into the yellow, it's going to come up there into the purple. But that's okay, you know, if that's alright with you. You could also pull a little bit down into the yellow. That would be nice as well. And I think I might just leave it like that. Pretty easy. Alright, now I'm going to come down here. And I am going to tip into the white a little bit because I think that with the white it will, no, that's not what I wanted it to look like. Looks like early Halloween. A little bit lighter. Actually, I think I'm going to take this and go up, kind of like I did with the other one. It's partially folded flower, which is awesome. And then I'm going to come over here and do, because it's a little bit smaller here, well, I shouldn't say it's smaller, it's a little bit bigger space actually than what I've been dealing with. Like that. And then come over here, kind of pick it out. You can turn it a little bit if you want. And I might just pull that up here like that. Just make it work however you can. And you can even pull it down like this if you want, just to have it have a little petal that comes down, whoops, sorry, comes down into it. And then I think I'm going to stop with that at this point because I don't have a whole lot of room to work. I do want to put a little sprig here that kind of comes out. Now this one can have, I'm going to put in some of my fresh foliage just to kind of give it some little thickness here. And then I'm just going to do some little, just real little vines, or little stems I should say, they're really not vines. Little stems that break off from the main stem, and then pull it down here. And because it's not very opaque, I'm going to add more to it to make it opaque, because I definitely want it to be opaque. If you paint candles, you don't want somebody fingering them a whole lot, because they are kind of waxy. The design could rub off. So you want them to look nice if at all possible. You may have to work with it a little bit to get it exactly the way you want it. But I'm going to pull another one over here. Just a little one. Because you know me, I do like to have my leaves on here, so I got to make sure I get those in here as well. If you like this video, make sure you give me a big thumbs up once it's over. If you're new to this channel, please make sure you hit that subscribe button and notification bell. That way you won't miss when I post something new. And once you're finished watching this, if you would share this on your social network just by hitting that button underneath the video. They make it very easy for you to share it on your social network with all your family and friends. I would greatly appreciate it, because I'm definitely trying to grow my channel and like for you to follow me. Okay, of course I just put my finger. I'm really good at that. If you're new to the channel, I'm really good at sticking my fingers into what I've already painted on. I know that's not the greatest thing, but unfortunately I'm really good at that. Okay, I'm going to just use this liner to pull in some little strokes here, because this flower is kind of, I want to say upside down, but it would technically be hanging upside down. So I want to make it look like it's attached. I'm just going to use my neat little liner brush here to do so. This one, yeah, I mean it's kind of, sorry. I get so interested in what I'm painting that I forget to make sure that I'm not off camera here with it. Alright, so what I'm going to do is take my little stippler, tap it into my red violet, and I'm going to just tap in the center. I am putting a little bit of lavender, which was too much lavender, a little bit of lavender into it, and I'm going to touch this one too with it so I have a little bit of a center in there. Get some lavender in there, just kind of touch it. This one I'm not going to try to put anything in it because I think it's too close and I might end up just kind of pulling the purple into it, so I'm not going to risk that right now. On this one that's kind of open, I am going to tap in a yellow center. Just tap it in. These are real easy on this one because it's not so close to the yellow. I'm going to tap it in, and this one I think I am too. I think I'm tapping in more than what I did on the other ones. And you could put some of the purple into it if you wanted to. Honestly, I think for these I'm just going to let them be. I'm going to do some tapping around these with some white. You will see some dotting on these. Again, I'm trying not to touch the paint, but I am not sure how I'm doing with that. And just kind of stagger them a little bit, because on this one I have the leaf folded up. I'm just going to come around here. I'm not going to go around all to the bottom because technically you can't see it. And I'm going to swing around here and do basically about the same thing. I think I did touch that one a little bit too much, but that's okay. Like that. And then with this moon yellow, I'm going to dot the center of these blooms with that. And I didn't put that purple in the center of the folded one, so I don't have to worry about that, but I am going to go around these with white. And it's just to give it some more interest for the centers. You can't see the white very well on this, but that's okay. You can see it when you put it onto the purple. You just do that, but I'm just kind of randomly sticking them on here so they're not just kind of in a straight line. Okay, so we're doing that. Then I'm going to take a minute here to put in a couple leaves. Once again, I realize this is a very small space, so I am going to, with all my leaves are going to be going the same direction, or not same direction, but I'm going to have the lighter green on the outside and the darker green on the center. I'm not going to be varying them on this project since it's so small. And honestly, you don't even have to put a lot of leaves on this because it is so small. I'm going to open my little vine there a little bit. You can just swing it in like that if you want. Pretty easy. Pretty easy, and like I said, with the space considered, I'm just not going to put a whole lot of leaves on this one. You're probably thinking, oh, that's not normal for me, but you're right, it's not. But it'll be okay. And I think I'm going to touch the other side. We're almost done, guys. We're almost done. Alright, and last but not least, what I'm going to do on these couple little vines that I painted is take the green and do some pretty heavy dotting here. Oops. Little dots are almost like they're the leaves instead of actually painting leaves. Do some little clusters. Some little random dots. You just have to keep loading your brush, or your, not brush, but the dotting stylus. You just have to keep loading it. Okay. We're getting there, people, we're getting there. Again, I do appreciate you, honestly. Painting on candles is fun. I like it. And you can do a lot of, even animal patterns. I did that for my daughter at one point. They came out pretty neat. I've got such a glare in here, it's kind of hard for me to see. Hopefully you could see what I'm doing. You can add this. I'm just kind of going over the top of this leaf. Not a biggie. Not a biggie. And there you have it. So again, very easy. Wouldn't this be a pretty candle for Easter? Hopefully we get to celebrate Easter this year. One thing I want to mention is that if you're feeling kind of blue and such, please take some time maybe to find something like a little hobby to do while this is going on, with everybody being asked to stay home and such. I know it's difficult for many. A lot of creatives are trying to do things to try to help people with that. Even if you sit down, you draw, doodle, whatnot. I am going to try to do a series here soon on Facebook Live just to try to encourage people to do that. I know a lot of my friends that are creatives are picking up other crafts that they don't typically do, trying to learn something new. Anything that will help us get through this together, we're here to help. Let us know. Anyways, I again appreciate you stopping by. Give me a big thumbs up if you like this video. New to my channel, subscribe, hit the notification bell. Once this is over, please share this on your social network with all your family and friends. I would appreciate it greatly. And until the next time, you have a good one.